What sports story was your favorite to talk about or cover?
I think the sports story that was fun for me this year or any year was, The Last Dance for me was kind of sort of
Oh, cool.
the most mega thing because that was my era of when back in the day when the Bulls were coming up, it was like back when starter jackets were cool and like there was like these like sweatsuits that you would want to get with all the gear.
But they're
and
coming back hard.
They're coming back hard, but back in the cut, when all you wanted for Christmas was a Chicago Bulls starter jacket, but you couldn't get it because it was sold out. So you had to
True.
go with Orlando, but you weren't really into Orlando. You just were pissed. Or we used to go to the mall. These kids these days that go to like for the Kanye drops and where they put out like 200 sneakers and they're like, oh my God, it's sold out. Michael Jordan used to ship tens of thousands of pairs of shoes to Foot Lockers, and there were people trying to line up and get them. And even though you were there since 2:00 that morning, by the time you got in the store at 10 o'clock, you had to get a size that was 2 sizes too big, but you didn't give a
Right.
because you just wanted to show up at school with them, and you saved every dollar to make it to 175, 76 with tax, and you just wanted to get them. It was a different era. I think that era for me was so magnificent because there was no Instagram. You didn't know anything.
Right.
Nobody was accessible back then. And I miss those days.
Is that what you feel is different from like celebrity and athlete culture now?
Oh, for sure. I feel like celebrity and athlete culture, because there's so much,
Right.
Back in the day, you picked your sport. Like you had your A sport, which was basketball. You had your A team, which, for me was the Bulls. And every team had two superstars. You know what I mean? There was
Right.
two people on a team who you just knew by name. They were the ones. I feel like now not every team has that. Or if they do, they're just lost in the sauce.
I feel like with how the media covers sports nowadays also, it's not even – the teams don't matter as much. It is more about the individual players. But what we're seeing now is a lot of these individual players and superstars are switching teams so often, besides the Warriors being that one team that Steph Curry and Clay and all of them have stayed, but that makes them a very likable team. But now we have LeBron switching, going all these different places, KD doing the same thing. And then at the same time, I think you said the word accessible. I feel like that's been something that's changed in sports also because everybody has social media. Everybody has an interview on some podcast or some outlet. You know what I mean? And Michael Jordan back in the day, it kind of gave him that like superhero feel because nobody could touch him. We didn't know what the heck was going on when he went home.
Oh, we all knew. Let's be real. We all knew what was going on. You read a tabloid or two and you can pick it up. But you said something so interesting, and I think a lot of times people put it on the players, that players switch teams all the time. But in all actuality, back in the day, you're right. Like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, they were not only connected to a team, but they were connected to a city.
Yeah, exactly.
But the NBA became something bigger, and they started treating these guys like chess pieces, trading them here, trading them there. And back in the day, you went to a team and you stuck with a team unless someone called you and said, listen, I want to win a championship here and I need you to do it. I'm going to come with you and you're going to take the brunt, but we'll be fine. Now I feel like players are it's all about the money. It's all about what you can get out of it instead of having that loyalty to a city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think there's also the element of some guys want to live in different cities for other opportunities. And even LeBron being the easiest example, would obviously love to come to LA because he's getting into the entertainment space.
Well,
heavy.
Who wants to live in Utah?
True. I'm from Akron, Ohio. And so I also don't live in Akron anymore. You know, and it's not a knock. I love where I grew up and I'll appreciate it forever. But I don't want to be in Cleveland in the winter.
But, exactly.
Right.
Are you it's so wild. Are you going to go to Detroit or are you going to try to go to New York?
Right.
It is what it is, but I think that there needs to be more of legacy players who, Karl Malone was Utah Jazz.
Mhm.
Shaq had a moment in Orlando. Penny Hardaway, you just had Gary, who played for the
Peyton.
Sonics. You just had all of these people who were synonymous.
Allen Iverson with the Sixers.
Come on,
Yeah.
like you knew what time it was, and when you bought a jersey, you can have that mother for years on end. Now you have to like buy a jersey because this one's going here and there, and
Right.
it's not the same. It's not what it used to be.
What's up, guys? It's Rachel DeMita. Thank you so much for watching Courtside Club. Make sure that you like, rate, and subscribe to ESPN's YouTube channel and wherever you listen to your podcast. We have new episodes coming to you guys every single week, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you soon.